Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another day of the Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Friday, and it's November 3rd. We got a lot to go over today, so we'll just kind of jump right into it with the economic news. We'll start with the non-farm payrolls for the month of October. So last month, originally this was negative 33,000 jobs. It was improved by 18,000 jobs. The month prior, August, it was actually revised higher by another 39,000. So we had a couple of job improvements for the last 2 months. So keep that in mind. But the forecast for October was supposed to be, some economists were saying 300,000. Economists for where I pulled my sources here, Market Watch, it was 325. It came in at 261. So the headline number doesn't look too good, but when you factor the other numbers, it's pretty much kind of in line here if you think about it. Also, we got the unemployment rate dropping. So we go from 4.2 with the forecast of remaining the same. It dropped to 4.1%. Now, the reason behind this is we got the labor force shrunk by approximately 765,000 uh, people there. So that makes a big difference there as well. Now, if you look at the labor participation rate, it went from 62.7 it went to 62.7 from 63.1. But our U6 number also went from year over year from 9.5% all the way down to 7.9% year over year. And last month it was at 8.3%. So it went from 8.3% last month to 7.9% this month. So the U6 number is probably a little more accurate reading as to where the unemployment rate really should be. But it's, as we can see, it's getting a lot better in those terms there, which is obviously good news. Also, behind the scenes, where there's Summers that came out with the household survey, which showed a loss of 484,000 jobs last month as well. And that's based on the household survey, which we don't get to see these numbers on these headline numbers on the front end. But let's kind of get on with this. We got the average hourly earnings for the month of October. So in September, it went up 0.5%, and forecast for October is supposed to go up a modest 2.2%, and it basically went flat in October. So obviously not good news right there. Now we get the services industry, so we'll get the next two indexes. We got the market services PMI, we'll have the ISM non-manufacturer, also known as ISM services index. So market services PMI, we had a 55.9. Anything above 50 on these two gate indexes basically shows expansion. So it goes from 55.9 and it dropped a little bit down to 55.3. Now, on the other hand, we had the ISM, it went from 59.8. Now, it was thought to be, forecast was supposed to dip to 58.1, and it actually went up slightly to 60.1. So kind of mixed, obviously, but good news. Factors for the month of September. So it goes from August at 1.2% increase of factors. September was supposed to have 1.3 and exceeded that 1.4%. So kind of in lines right there. So kind of a mixed bag of data here today. So let's go take a look, see how the headline news. Stock market is currently mixed. S&P is about the only one that's kind of slightly above the NASDAQ, as well as NASDAQ's the only one that's up, whereas Dow and S&P are up. Now, Apple came out and they're kind of making the big swing on the indexes. So because they're just came in a valuation of about $900 billion. So maybe they might be the first $1 trillion company out there. Coming in there. So as we see here, earnings reports are also making a statement today as well. Excuse me. The bond market, let's take a look here. We were up a lot further. As you can see, we were started the morning lower below this resistance level here, and we were up even above the 25-day moving average. Yesterday, as you saw, we were testing the 25-day average. We're pushed back. Today, we were testing it. So far, we've been pushed back. So right now, we're currently down about 5 basis points from when we left off. So from this point to this point, we're down about 5 basis points, just resting on that resistance level. So hopefully, we can stay above this resistance level and at some point break above the 25-day moving average. Now, on the other hand, we got the 10-year Treasury also kind of fighting with the 25-day moving average and trying to stay above it. And it started the morning below it, and now it's risen above it. So again, it's trying to stay above it. Whereas if it goes below, it could help bonds gain more favor and give us better rates. So just be a little cautious here. We're starting to get kind of this point here where it could go one way or the other. Jobs reports look like it could have done that. And again, it's kind of early in the day so far still. but again, we'll have to kind of wait and see how things settle here. Yesterday, we did have the announcement for Jerome Powell being nominated as we had expected. Who is a good selection. He's a bit dovish, so it might be similar along the lines of what we had experienced with Yellen. And then, of course, they unveiled their tax plan yesterday. The Congress did so with President Trump. So some interesting stuff in there. If you didn't check out Twitter yesterday, I did post a bunch of the tidbits, but some of it, one thing that will affect obviously the real estate market, it goes the mortgage and interest will keep the mortgage interest deductions, but it goes from $1 million to $500,000. Existings are kind of grandfathered in, but that's on new purchases, and then they're going to cap the state and property taxes to $10,000. So they'll be capping $10,000, but they're going to be doing other things like eliminate AMT. They're going to increase. They're going to give that standard deduction almost double the standard deductions from approximately 6,000, 12,000, and 12 to 24 for married couples in that range to higher child tax credits to a bunch of other little things. But I also think I saw something along the lines of medical and education deductions going away. So looks like the interest paid on tuitions might be going away. It looks like. So don't quote me on that, but I thought I saw that read that somewhere. But anyways, if you guys want to get more updates throughout the day, we'll kind of wrap this up here. I hope you guys have a great weekend. But if you guys want to get more updates, just come on over to Twitter. You'll find me at Mike Bjork and get your updates. But again, we'll try to get more on that information on the tax and see how that might benefit or what kind of benefits there might be in that for everybody. All right, have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys hopefully on Monday. Bye.